Hello friends, in previous video we studied about the introduction to number system. Today we have to convert the decimal number system into binary, octal and hexadecimal. Before proceeding, we have to concentrate on again number system. Number system are classified in four types: binary, octal, decimal and hexadecimal. Here we representing the base of binary number system is 2, base of octal number system is 8, base of decimal number system is 10 and the base of hexadecimal number system is 16. Now first we have to focus how to convert the decimal number system into binary number system, or we are say we have to convert the decimal to binary conversion. To convert decimal number into binary, we have to follow the some step. The first step is that to convert decimal number into binary number system, divide the decimal number by the base 2. When we divide the number, we get the two result. One is quotient and second one is remainder. Because when we divide the number, we does not divide the number to the exact fraction location. We divide the successive division. Successive division means what? When we divide the decimal number, we get the quotient and remainder. So here the quotient have to repeatedly divide by 2 and remainder is used to note down the result. So in this method, repeatedly divide the quotient by 2 until there is nothing left and record remainder for each step. Nothing left, it means that whenever the quotient is become 0, that time we have to stop the division. The remainder taken in reverse order, reading from the bottom to the top, forms the binary number. We take the one example here. We consider the decimal number 25 to the base 10 and we have to convert those number into the binary number system. So for that purpose, in table we create the three columns: one column for divisor, second column for the quotient and third column for the remainder. So here what we consider, the 25 number is put at the quotient column at the top and we have to divide this number by 2. When we divide the 25 by 2, we get the quotient 12 and remainder is become 1. So right now what we consider here, the new quotient is arrival. We have to divide this quotient again by 2. So as soon as we divide 12 by 2, we get the quotient 6 and remainder is 0. Again we get the new quotient. Again we divide this 6 by 2 and we get the quotient 3 and remainder is 0. Right now again we divide this quotient 3 by 2 and we get the quotient, new quotient 1 and remainder is 1. Again we divide this 1 by 2. Here what happened, we are not capable to divide 1 by 2. It is not divisible, so we write the quotient 0 and we get the remainder as 1. So here we have to stop the division and we have to note the result from bottom to top, because the MSB present at the bottom location and LSB present at the top location. So here we have to write the result from bottom to top as 11001 to the base 2. So here we get the result as 25 to the base 10 is equal to 11001 to the base 2. So it is the integral number. Here we have to mention the one thing is that decimal number has two types. One is the integral decimal number and second one is the fractional decimal number. Here we consider the example as a integral. We again take the another one, integral number 31 to the base 10, and we have to convert those number into binary. So again we create the three columns, one for the divisor, second for the quotient and third for the remainder. 31 have to divide by 2, so again we get the quotient 15 and we get the remainder as 1. Again we get the new quotient. We have to divide those quotient by 2. Again we get the quotient 7 and remainder is 1. So again when we divide the 7 by 2, that time we get the quotient 3 and the remainder is 1. Again we divide this 3 by 2, we get the quotient 1 and remainder is 1. So again one thing is happen here, when we divide the 1 by 2, that time we get the quotient 0 and we get the remainder as 1. So as soon as the quotient is become 0, that time we have to stop the division and we have to write the result from bottom to top again. So we get the result as 1 1 1 1 1, 5 times 1 to the base 2. So here we write the result as 31 to the base 10 is equal to 1 1 1 1 1 to the base 2. So right now we have to focus on fractional numbers of the decimal. So here we take the one example. We take the fractional decimal number as 0.25 to the base 10, and we have to convert those number into the binary number system. So right now what we consider here, to convert the fractional part of the decimal number into binary, that time we have to multiply by 2 to that particular number. As soon as we multiply that particular number, then we get the result. Among that particular result, take the 1 bit before the decimal point and note into the result. And we have to follow the same procedure with after the decimal point part until it becomes x.0. So the value of x is nothing but the, for binary number system it is 0 or 1. So we take the calculation here. We consider again 0.25 to the base 10. Those particular decimal number have to convert into binary number system. So here what we consider, we have to multiply by 2. So we write the equation here, 0.25 into 2 is equal to 0.50. So as soon as we multiply, we have to take the 1 bit before the decimal point in result representation. So we take that particular 0 and put here. So the remaining part is the fractional part. Again we have to multiply the fractional part by 2. So here we are put as 0.50 into 2 is equal to 1.00. So again we pick up this bit for the result representation, and the fractional part is become 00, so it become vanishes. So right now if you have to write the result for the fractional decimal to binary, that time we have to record the result from top to bottom, and we have to write as 0.01 to the base 2. So in this way we are convert the fractional decimal number into binary number system. Right now we again take the same example for next fractional decimal number 0.85 to the base 10. So here again we have to follow the same procedure. We have to multiply the fractional decimal point by 2. So here 0.85 into 2 is equal to 1.70. So this one is picked up for the result, and remaining fractional part is put here. So right now again we multiply 0.70 into 2 is equal to 1.40. So again this one is picked up for the result, and remaining fractional part is put here. So here we write 0.40 into 2 is equal to 0.80. So we get the result 0.80. Those 1 bit before the decimal point how to pick up for the result representation. Again we pick up the fractional part and put here. So we write as 0.80 into 2 is equal to 1.60. So again this 1 is pick up for the result, and 0.16 is right here. So 0.60 into 2 is equal to 1.20. So again this one is pick up for the result, and 0.20 is put for year. So we get the new line as 0.20 into 2 is equal to 0.40. So again the 0 is pick up here, and 0.40 is become repeated. So right now what happened, as soon as we make the multiplication, this 40 and this 40 is become same. So the result is become repeated. So that time what we have to do, we have to make the stop multiplication, and we have to note the result from top to bottom. So we write the result as 0.110110 to the base 2. So many decimal fractions cannot be represented as exact binary number. In such case we have to get approximate answer. So we take the next example again, but here what we consider the both number as a integral as well as fractional number in decimal form. So we consider the common one example as 15.50 to the base 10. So here we consider that we have to first separate the integral part as well as fractional part. So we write the integral part as 15 and the fractional part as 0.50. So whenever we consider the integral part, that time we have to make division by 2, and when we consider the fractional part, that time we have to make the multiplication by 2. So here what we consider, we have to divide the 15 by 2. So quotient is we consider as a 15 and we have to divide by 2. So we get the quotient as 7 and remainder is 1. Again new quotient is arrival. So again those quotient is divided by 2. We get the new quotient as a 3 and remainder is 1. Again this 3 is divided by 2. We get the quotient 1 and remainder is 1. So again this one is divisible by 2. But right now what happen, as soon as we get the quotient 1 and we have to divide by 2, that time it is not divisible. So quotient is become 0 and remainder is become 1. So again we have to write the result from bottom to top. So it become 1 1 1 1 to the base 2 for integral part. Right now we focus on fractional part. For fractional part we have to write 0.15 into 2 is equal to 1.00. So here this one is pick up for the result, and 0.00 when we multiply the next by 2 then it becomes 0. So we does not carry out the next step, we directly write as the final result for 15.50 to the base 10 is equal to 1111.1 to the base 2. So in this way we are convert the decimal number system into binary number system. In this what we consider the two types of example. One example says whenever the decimal is integral, that time we have to divide those number by 2, and whenever the decimal is fractional, that time we have to multiply those number by 2. Here we shows some assignment to you. You must have to solve this assignment for practice purpose. Due to this we understand what is the concept behind to convert the decimal number into binary, as well as whenever the fractional point is present, that time how to convert the decimal number into binary number system. Now we go to the next conversion. We have to convert the decimal number into octal number system. Here what we consider, the decimal number has the base 10 and the octal number has the base 8. So to convert the decimal number into octal number system, divide the decimal number by the base 8. So in this method, again when we divide the decimal number by 8, that time we make the successive division. It means when we divide the number, we does not goes into the fraction. Instead of that, we have to note down the quotient as well as remainder. And when we get the quotient and remainder, that time those quotient is again divided by the 8 and the remainder for each step we have to note down. So here we write the sum step to convert the decimal number into octal number system. Divide the decimal number by the base 8. In this method, repeatedly divide the quotient by 8 until there is nothing left and record remainder for each step. We mention this here, nothing left, it means that the quotient is become 0. The remainder taken in reverse order, reading from bottom to the top, forms the octal number. So by using this step we have to solve the example to convert the decimal number into octal number system. Here we take the example as 100 to the base 10. This is the decimal number and we have to convert those number into the octal number system. Again it is the integral decimal number, so we have to divide those number by 8. So here we again take the 3 column, one for the divisor, second for the quotient, and third for the remainder. When we divide the decimal number 100 by 8, we get the quotient 12 and the remainder is 4. Again we get the new quotient, so here those quotient is divided by 8, then we get the quotient 1 and remainder is 4. So again we get the new quotient, those quotient is how to divide by 8. So what happened here, we consider the 1 and we have to divide by 8, but it is not divisible, so that's why the quotient is become 0 and remainder is become 1. So as soon as we get the quotient 0, we have to stop the division and note the result from bottom to top. So when we have to note down the result from bottom to top, that time the result is become 144 to the base 8. Again we say that why we write the base 8, because we have to convert the decimal number into the octal number system. We take the another one example. So here we consider that the decimal number 131 to the base 10 and have to convert those number into octal number system. So again we take the 3 column for first column for divisor, second column for quotient, and third column for the remainder. So 131 is divided by 8, quotient becomes 16 and the remainder is become 3. Again those quotient is divided by 8, then we get the quotient 2 and the remainder is 0. Again those 2 have to divide by 8. So right now what happened? Those 2 is not divisible by 8, so quotient is become 0 and the remainder is become 2. So again we have to write the result from bottom to top. So the result is become 203 to the base 8. Right now we convert the integral decimal number into the octal number. Right now we focus on the fractional decimal number and how to convert those number into octal number system. Those 2 is not divisible by 8, so quotient is become 0 and the remainder is become 2. So again we have to write the result from bottom to top. So the result is become 203 to the base 8. So in this way we convert the integral decimal number into octal number system. Now we focus on how to convert the fractional decimal number into octal number system. To convert fractional part of decimal number into octal, multiply the fractional part by 8. Take the 1 bit before the decimal point and note into the result. Follow the same procedure with after the decimal point part until it becomes x.0. Here the value of x is nothing but the 0 to 7. So by using this step we solve the one example. 0.37 to the base 10 have to convert into octal. So for that purpose we multiply those decimal number by 8. As soon as we multiply 0.37 into 8, we get the result as 2.96. So here 1 bit before the decimal point is recorded as a result and 0.96 is carried out to the second step. So again we multiply 0.96 into 8 is equal to 7.68. Again this 7 is pick up for the result and the fractional part 0.68 write down in the next result. So when we multiply 0.68 into 8 we get the result as 5.44. So this 5 is pick up for the result, and right now what happen when we multiply again 44 by 8, that time the result goes on increasing. So depending on this prediction we have to stop the calculation and we write the result from top to bottom as 0.275 to the base 8. Now we take the one example which consists of integral and fractional part of decimal number. So here we consider the example 200.50 to the base 10 and we convert those number into octal number system. To convert decimal number we have to separate the integral part and fractional part. So here we write integral part is equal to 200 and fractional part is equal to 0.50. To convert integral part of decimal into octal, that time we have to divide those number by 8, and whenever we have to convert the fractional part of decimal into octal, that time we have to multiply by 8. So here we create the one table which indicate as a first column as a divisor, second column as a quotient, and second column as a remainder. So when we divide 200 by 8 we get the quotient 25 and remainder is 0. Again we divide those quotient by 8, we get the quotient is 3 and we get the remainder as 1. Again we have to divide those 3 by 8, but here it is not divisible, so we get the quotient 0 and remainder is 3. So this integral part of decimal number we get the result as 200 to the base 10 is equal to 310 to the base 8, because we record the remainder from bottom to top. So it become 310 to the base 8. Now we focus on fractional part. The fractional part is written as 0.50 into 8 is equal to 4.00. So when we make the multiplication we get the result 4.00. So those 4 is pick up for the result and the fractional part is become 0. So we have to stop the process and we write the result for 0.50 to the base 10 is equal to 0.4 to the base 8. So we have to combine the result. 200.50 to the base 10 is equal to 310.4 to the base 8. In this way we convert the decimal number system into octal number system. Here we give the some example to the practice. Due to this we get the idea how to convert the decimal number into octal number system. So we goes to the next point, conversion of decimal to hexadecimal number system. Now here the base of the hexadecimal number system is 16. So to convert decimal number into hexadecimal number system, divide the decimal number by the base 16. In this method, repeatedly divide the quotient by 16 until there is nothing left and record the remainder for each step. So nothing left, it means that the quotient is become 0 and we have to record the remainder of each step. The remainder taken in reverse order, reading from the bottom to top, forms the hexadecimal number. So by using this step, we have to convert the decimal number into hexadecimal number system. We have to convert 255 to the base 10 into hexadecimal number system. So again we consider the 3 column, one for the divisor, second for the quotient and third for the remainder. So now when we divide the 255 by 16, we get the quotient 15 and remainder is 15. Again we have to divide this quotient by 16, so it is not divisible, so we get the quotient 0 and the remainder is 15. But right now what we have to do, we have to convert those remainder of 15 into hexadecimal equivalent bit. So here we write for 15 the hexadecimal number is f, so we write the first 15 is equivalent to f and again second 15 is equivalent to f. So we write the result as ff to the base 16. Now we focus on how to convert the fractional decimal number into hexadecimal number system. So here we consider the example 0.357 to the base 10 and have to convert those number into hexadecimal number. So here we follow the sum step. To convert fractional part of decimal number into hexadecimal, multiply the fractional part by 16. Take all the bit before the decimal point. So in octal and binary number system we take only the one bit, but in hexadecimal number system we have to take all bit before the decimal point, convert them into hexadecimal equivalent and note into the result. And we have to follow the same procedure with after the decimal point part until it becomes x.0. So here the value of x is nothing but the 0 to 15. So by using this step we have to solve the example 0.357 to the base 10, how to convert into hexadecimal. So here we write the number 0.357 multiply by with 16, we get the multiplication result as 5.712. So this 5 is picked up for the result and the fractional part is again multiply with 16. So here when we make the multiplication we get the result as 11.392. Again those 11 is picked up for the result, and in a hexadecimal number system 11 is equivalent to b, so we write the 11 equal to b. Again those fractional part multiply with 16, we get the result as 6.272. This 6 is picked up for the result and the fractional part is 272 is multiplied with 16. That time the fractional part value is become increases, so we stop the calculation and we write the result as 0.5b6 to the base 16, because we write the result from top to bottom. Again we solve the another one example. Here we take the example in combination of integral as well as fractional. So the example is 200.15 to the base 10 have to convert into equivalent decimal number. So to solve this type of equation we have to separate the integral part as well as fractional part. So we write here integral part is equal to 200 and fractional part is equal to 0.50. So again we create the table those table consist of the 3 column, one for divisor, second for the quotient, and third for the remainder. So when we divide the 200 by 16, we get the quotient 12 and the remainder is 8. Again, those quotient have to divide by 16, so we get the quotient 0 and the remainder is 12. So those 12 is equivalent to hexadecimal number C. So we note down here, and we have to note down the result from bottom to top. So result is get as 200 to the base 10 is equal to C8 to the base 16. So this is result for the integral part. Now we focus on fractional part. So the fractional part is 0.50. We have to multiply those 0.50 into 16. We get the result as 8.00. So those 8 is pick up for the result, and the remaining fractional part is become vanish. So we write the result for 0.50 to the base 10 is equal to 0.8 to the base 16. So when we combine the result for 200.50 to the base 10, it become C8.8 to the base 16. So again we show some assignment here to convert decimal number into hexadecimal. So by solving this example, we get familiar how to convert the decimal number into hexadecimal number system. To convert decimal number into octal, we have to divide those number by 8. So by using this prediction, we identify that if you have to convert the decimal number into any system, those decimal number is divided by using the base of that particular system. For example, we consider we have to convert those decimal number into the 12 base system. So whenever we have to convert those decimal number into base 12 system, that time we have to divide those decimal number by 12. In this way, we capable to convert the decimal number into another any base system. It depends on the base of that particular system. So here we show the sum table. Those table indicate that the decimal number is 0. So those 0 represented in binary number as 0000. Those decimal number 0 is represented in octal number 0, and in hexadecimal number is also 0. So if we focus on that particular table, those table shows from 0 to 15, and it indicates that if we consider the decimal number 12, those 12 in binary number represented as 1100, those 12 represented in octal number system as 14, and in hexadecimal number system is C. The same thing for the 15 number. If we consider the decimal 15, those represented in binary as 1111, in octal number system it is 17, and in hexadecimal number system is F. So now we open the one problem here. To convert the decimal number 25 into base 5 system, divide by 5, divide by 2, divide by 8, and divide by 10. So these are the fourth option, and you have to select the single one to convert the decimal number 25 into base 5 system. And if you get the result, those result is write into the comment box. To get the notification of the next video, please subscribe the channel and comment into the comment box if you like the video. Thank you.